Pahrump Early Learning Academy, our goal is to provide a complete nurturing environment for the growth and development of the whole child, socially, emotionally, physically, and intellectually. Children are natural explorers and need hands-on experiences to help stimulate their own imaginations. We strive to meet the needs of each individual child at their developmental level through planned activities, plus help each child attain a higher level of achievement. Call 751-5335 for more information.
News 46 is brought to you by Comfort Hospice Care, where we give our patients and their loved ones peace of mind, knowing we provide the highest quality of care 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For more information, call 751-0349. News is also brought to you by Inspiration Senior Living, where we provide affordable elegance to Pahrump area seniors. Give us a call at 751-2300 and make an appointment to tour our community. News is also brought to you by Sharon Worley for Nye County Sheriff. The tools, credentials, desire, and ability to improve Nye County. Vote Sharon Worley for Nye County Sheriff.
Tonight on News 46, a ribbon cutting is held for a new business. Plans for Kellogg Park are moving forward, and the Miss Senior Golden Years pageant will be held on Saturday. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Deanna O'Donnell and Jason Kodlitz. News 46, local coverage you can count on.
Good evening. It's Monday, June 2nd, 2014. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. The Culinary Workers Union Local 226 and Bartenders Local 165 have reached an agreement to settle contract negotiations to stop a strike, which would have been the first Las Vegas casino strike in more than a decade. The Golden Gate Casino was the last to strike a deal, which was announced this morning. The other 4 downtown properties settled their contract negotiations on Saturday. The town board had an item on their agenda concerning KPVM TV, continuing our commitment to our community and publishing the official Fall Festival Guide and providing other services, which also donates money back to the festival.
Item 9, consideration to approve contract with KPVM TV Incorporated for obtaining sponsorships for the 2014 Fall Festival.
Again, Mr. Chair, to move this, Matt Lewis and I are here to answer questions. What we tried to do in fairness was to ask people if they wanted to submit a proposal to handle the sponsorships. We had 2, the selection was made for, excuse me, I'm losing my voice, KPVM, because of the audio and print capabilities, kind of a double whammy there. So again, we're here to answer questions, but we do have a historical relationship with this entity as far as sponsorships for the Fall Festival.
Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Dolan?
I'd like to make a motion to approve the contracts with KPVM TV Incorporated to obtaining sponsorship for the 2014 Pahrump Fall Festival.
Do we have
I'll second.
a motion and a second to approve contract with KPVM TV Incorporated for obtaining sponsorships for the 2014 Pahrump Fall Festival. Any board comments? Dr. Waters?
And the town board also had an item on their agenda for discussion and possible decision to receive bids for the water lines for Kellogg Park.
Chairman, I'd like to make a motion to approve and issue the RFP for the installation of the Kellogg Park water line.
And do we have a not to exceed? Oh, no, that's just an RFP.
No,
okay.
No, but
the RFP.
Mr. Chair, I think Mr. Dolan brought up something good that I probably should have added on the comment section. We're envisioning, just so you know, probably coming in about 135,
Okay.
maybe 150.
We need to park over, way overdue. Okay.
Right.
Do we have a second?
I'll second
already
it, but I
seconded.
have
Oh,
a
I'm sorry.
question.
Yes. Go ahead.
Mr. Dolan mentioned something to me earlier, that this would take pressure off of the fireman's
No,
thing?
what I said is they're putting a fire hydrant, a new one, at the corner of, was it
Bridger?
Bridger and Squaw Valley?
Yeah.
Which will help the fire department with fire suppression. It's an added, it's a plus.
Well, duh. I know what suppression means. Duh.
Step on it.
Yeah.
Okay. Any public comment? Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve and issue an RFP for the installation of Kellogg Park water line. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Dr. Waters? Okay.
You said aye.
Just checking. Opposed?
Yes.
Yeah, she seconded it. Opposed? Motion carries 5-0.
And if you're interested in finding out more about that bid, you can contact the Pahrump Town office. Saturday at approximately 5:15 in the morning, the Nevada Highway Patrol responded to a report of a vehicle on its roof on the left side of the roadway on Highway US 95 and State Route 564. According to NHP, the preliminary investigation revealed that a blue 2008 Ford Expedition was traveling southbound on the US 95 southbound off-ramp to State Route 564. The male driver from Henderson, Nevada, failed to negotiate a right-hand curve and traveled into the left side of the roadway. The 37-year-old male driver was pronounced dead at the scene of the crash. Speed was a factor, and a toxicology report and notification of next of kin is pending. Well, ribbon cutting was held Saturday morning at the corner of Basin Avenue and Highway 160.
Good morning. We're standing at the northeast corner of Highway 160 and Basin Road, specifically 41 North Basin Road, Suite 11, to welcome our newest law firm to Pahrump, Half Price Lawyers. On behalf of the Chamber of Commerce, I would like to welcome Half Price Lawyers not only as our newest member, but to the business community of Pahrump. And today we have Glenn Truitt of Half Price Lawyers here to do our ribbon cutting.
All right. Jonathan, get in here.
All right. Don't cut the cord.
Today we're celebrating our brand new office here locally in Pahrump. After serving the community from Las Vegas since 2009, we're finally a part of it. Many months of planning, and we're finally celebrating, being open for real here. So we have bounce castle, food, drinks, music, and more, and we're just excited to celebrate this occasion.
Let's talk about the services that you offer.
Half Price Lawyers is a full-service law firm, so we offer services, almost all legal services that you can think of. We offer wills, trusts, and estates, bankruptcy, families, divorce, custody. We've got personal injury practice. We also offer criminal defense, tickets, traffic tickets, all the way up to felonies. We have a full business service department, so from company formations, business disputes, letters, and business consulting. Basically, if it doesn't fall on that list, we probably know somebody that we can refer you to in Las Vegas.
You have a local number now here.
We do, 775-400-0000. Probably heard it on the radio. And that's our number out here in Pahrump, local number. So feel free to call that. And we're open from 9 to 6, Monday through Friday, here on the corner of Highway 160 and Basin Avenue.
Congratulations. When we come back from this break, we'll have your Desert View Hospital health tip.
I'm Norma Jean with Realty Executives in Action. Do you have any real estate plans for 2014? Why not put your plans in the hands of an executive? It costs no more to have the very best. Put our experience to work for you.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Integrity Taxi. Reliable, safe, and fun. Call Integrity Taxi at 751-1111.
Welcome back to News 46. Identifying altered genes in lung cancer tumors and using this treatment to target therapy for treating the disease has transformed the approach of cancer treatment. A new study describes testing lung tumors on a national scale, not only to identify the cancer, but also for several different genetic mutations in the tumor cells. This is allowing doctors to target therapy to better treat the disease. Catherine Dolph explains in this week's JAMA report.
This health tip is brought to you by
Desert View Hospital and Mountain Valley Physicians Group. Don't put your health on hold. We have time for you. Call us to schedule your appointment. 775-751-7100.
Each year in the United States, about 130,000 people are diagnosed with the most common form of lung cancer. About 20 years ago, researchers found what's called an oncogene, which has the potential to cause cancer. In tumor cells, oncogenes often become damaged or altered.
that damaged gene makes certain proteins. And those proteins become absolutely critical to the growth of that cancer cell.
Targeting these proteins with specific medications can spare the normal cells while attacking the cancer cells. Dr. Mark Chris from Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center and co-authors tested lung tumors for these oncogenes at 14 hospitals across the country. Over 3 years, they identified drivers of these genes in more than 1,000 patients.
We had this vision that we could test the tumors of patients at the time they were diagnosed. We could test for 10 of these oncogenes that we know underlie lung cancer. We were able to find one of those driver oncogenes in 64% of the patients, and in 28% of the patients, we were able to choose a therapy based on that information. The patients with drivers that received treatment, they had a median survival of about 3.5 years. For those patients that had drivers and did not receive these targeted therapies, their median survival was about a year less.
The multiplex testing uses a sequencer that can examine hundreds of genes quickly, efficiently, and cost-effectively.
There is more information that we can gain from tumor tissue than we could a decade ago. And not just in a research setting, but in any hospital setting. And doctors use that information to decide the best care.
Catherine Dolph, The JAMA Report.
Even though patients who receive the targeted therapies live longer, randomized trials are required to determine if this therapy improves survival. And as we are heading into the hotter temperatures, weatherman Noah Beacon brings us some heat safety tips.
With high temperatures expected in upcoming days, Clark County Fire Department and emergency management officials are reminding residents that heat can pose serious health risks to anyone in our region, especially children and the elderly, and people with poor circulation and weight problems. Most heat disorders occur because the victim has been overexposed to heat or has overexercised for his or her age and physical condition. Symptoms of heat exhaustion include heavy sweating, paleness, muscle cramps, and dizziness. In addition, children and pets should never be left alone in unattended vehicles. Temperatures in a car can rise up to 120 degrees when outdoor temperatures are in the 90s. Pets should also have access to lots of shade and water when outdoors. Other reminders include drink water even if you don't feel thirsty. Limit the intake of alcoholic beverages, which contribute to dehydration. Always carry plenty of water and a mobile phone with you. You never know what might happen during the day that could keep you outdoors longer than anticipated. Wear clothing that is loose and lightweight. Wearing light-colored clothing will also reflect heat and sunlight. Use sunscreen with a high SPF to protect against sunburn and skin cancer. Look in on friends and family, especially the elderly who may need help adjusting to the heat. Limit errands and outdoor activities to before noon or in the evening to avoid being out during the hottest part of the day. Follow these tips and you'll be on the right track to having a safe and happy summer. I'm Noah Beacon for News 46.
Make sure to stay safe. Thank you so much, Noah. Actress and producer Maggie Pardo caught up with News 46 at the High Desert Film Festival regarding her latest movie, Speed Date In.
It's called Speed Date Inn, I-N-N, like as in hotel or a motel.
And the premise is about speed dating, obviously, and you go in there with a girlfriend. Let's talk a little bit about the film.
Yes, the synopsis of it is I'm a romance writer looking for love, and I go to all the wrong places that you don't see that in a movie. And a friend of mine says, why don't we go to speed dating? And of course I'm reluctant and I don't want to do it, and she drags me into it, and I'm like, okay, fine, let's go. There's nothing better to do on a Saturday night. We show up inside and it's just a mess, one after the other, and these guys are just characters.
I noticed that in the film you talk a little bit about Persian men.
Yes.
Why did you choose that?
My ethnicity is mixed. I'm Hungarian, French, Italian, and Persian, so I kind of feel like I have the right to say whatever I want, which I don't. I know it's not politically correct. I'm very politically incorrect most of the time. I wanted to push the boundaries and just speak up a little bit, and there's a lot of ethnicities that do things that we don't like to say it out loud. I wanted to experience that in my short, so that's why.
There was another boundary that was also kind of push the envelope there, which you don't normally see in the short films, which was who your girlfriend got together with at the end.
Oh, yes. I like to show the freedom of just being. I don't have any kind of hate for anything. I love gays, lesbians, I think as humans we should just be free to love. And I think the bottom line of my film was to love and had no contingencies, no boundaries, and just be free to be whatever you want to be, and at the end I think just being nice to each other. And so that's what I was going for. So I wanted to show, why not? You can love, and if I'm a female and I want to love another female, fantastic, or whatever, just go for it.
So how's the film doing?
It's doing great. I have to say, I went to Cannes for the short, and I stayed there for about 11 days. I went for my project, Speed Dating, as well as another film that I have. And I just fell in love with Linda at High Desert. I think the people here are amazing. I felt more in love here than I did in Cannes. Don't let them hear me. But people have been so great, and I flew back earlier just to be part of this film festival. I love it. It's fantastic.
Speaking of love, I love that Maggie Pardo. She is so wonderful. What a lovely lady she was. And I wish her well in the future. Everybody keep out looking for her films coming up soon. Well, after this break, we're going to have some more lovely ladies. We're going to tell you all about this pageant coming up this Saturday. Stay tuned.
Perup, are you getting tired of being capped on your internet? Well, not anymore. Wave Direct has no data caps, and with great local customer service, why go anywhere else? 30-day trials are available. Call 775-253-3887.
Today's news is brought to you in part by Dr. George Leeks, Pahrumps optometrist since 1990, offering full-spectrum eye care for children and adults. Call today, 727-8300.
And this Saturday is the annual Miss Senior Golden Years USA pageant. We'll be introducing you to the 7 lovely contestants throughout the week.
Hi, my name is Donna Delaney, and I'm running for Miss Senior Golden Years. And I'm inviting all of you to come down to the Saddle West on June 7th at 7 o'clock for our pageant. I love it here in Pahrump. I've only been here since November, but Pahrump is my home. And cancer is my foundation, my platform that I'm running for. Thank you.
And here's another contestant for Miss Senior Golden Years USA, Linda Gruber.
Hello, I'm Linda Gruber, and I'm running for Miss Senior Golden Years USA, going to be held right here at the Saddle West on June the 7th at 7 p.m. I'm a ventriloquist. I'll be entertaining as my talent, doing ventriloquism, and my platform is a ventriloquist ministry working with churches, with children and senior citizens, and working with autistic children. Look forward to seeing you at the event. Thank you.
I'll be there Saturday night. Let's go to Angela Miles with today's First Business Brief.
This is the First Business Brief for Monday, June 2nd. I'm Angela Miles. History could be made today as the Seattle City Council votes on raising the minimum wage to $15 per hour. If the measure in Seattle is approved, businesses with more than 500 employees would be required to pay workers $11 per hour starting next April and $15 by 2017. The new rate would become the highest of any major city in the nation. As President Obama prepares epic environmental standards for power plants, a controversial coal plant gets clearance in Kansas. Sunflower Electric Power has been given the green light by state regulators to build a $2.8 billion coal plant. And Amazon may soon carry a new tune. BuzzFeed reports Amazon is adding a music streaming service for its Prime customers. It will compete against Spotify and Pandora. That's the First Business Brief. I'm Angela Miles.
Thanks so much, Angela. Well, we're going to be going to our weather segment break in just a second, but we did want to bring you this one accident report. It was a multi-vehicle accident on Blue Diamond Highway on Saturday night. News 46 was actually first on scene and actually witnessed this accident occur. We have not got a report as of yet from Nevada Highway Patrol, but these are some pictures that we were able to take. One of the vehicles actually ran the intersection light right in front of us, striking several vehicles and rolling over. And in fact, that pickup truck that you saw on its edge right there caught fire immediately after crashing. It went up into the air and hit the ground on its nose. we were able to get some people to help and were able to pull those two victims from that car that was on fire. And a nice gentleman also arrived on scene and was able to put out that blaze before fire crews arrived. There was several people that were injured as a result of that accident, and the extent of injuries we don't have at this time. And there may have been reports that these people who were inside that pickup truck may have been intoxicated at the time of the accident. We do have some word into Nevada Highway Patrol to get a full report on this accident. The intersection was blocked for several hours. When we come back from this break, we'll have your weather with Noah Began.
News 46 weather is brought to you by your local dairy farmers. Dairy products are very important in maintaining a healthy body.
Hello and welcome back to News 46. Today is Monday, June 2nd. Happy June, everyone. Today we had sunny skies with a high of 97 degrees. Your average temperature around this time of year is 95 degrees. Winds are coming from the south-southwest today at 11 miles per hour with gusts up to 26 miles per hour. So some pretty high winds there. The UV index today was 10, which is very high. Humidity was at 11%. Sunrise is at 5:28 this morning, and the record high in 2003 was 107 degrees. Tonight we'll have clear skies with a low of 64 degrees. Your average temperature at this time of year being 71 degrees, so it'll be a little cooler than usual. Winds will be coming from the west-southwest at 8 miles per hour with gusts up to 23 miles per hour. Humidity will be at 21%. Sunset will be at 7:57 p.m. and the record low in 1955 was 49 degrees. Tomorrow we'll have sunny skies with a high of 96 degrees and a low of 65 degrees. Winds will be coming from the south-southwest at 5 miles per hour with gusts up to 11 miles per hour. Humidity will be at 19%. Sunrise will be at 5:28 a.m. and the UV index will be 10, which is very high. For our 7-day forecast, we'll have a mostly sunny week. Your high temperature will be starting off in the mid-90s, going up to the low 100s through these next 7 days. And your low temperatures will be starting off in the mid-60s, going up to the low 70s.
Thanks so much, Noah. There'll be a free women's self-defense class June 7th and 8th at the Bob Roode Community Center. That's this weekend from 8:30 a.m. until 4 p.m. To register, please call Deputy Summer Daniker at 727-7839. And if you would like to help the Broadhead family who are looking for monetary donations after losing their home to a structure fire, you can call me here at the station. The number is 727-9400, extension 201. And they're in desperate need to get some help to get a home back on that property that they lost just 2 weeks ago. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of News 46. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. From everyone up here on the Hill, have a great night. We'll see you back here tomorrow.